Hello, beautiful souls. Welcome to Zoe Yoga. My name is Zoe. In this video, we're going to be breaking down Surya Namaskar, also known as sun salutation. If you've ever been in a yoga class and they're doing this repetitive sequence of poses in the beginning of the class, and you kind of feel like, I feel like this is a repetition of something, but you don't know what it is, that's what this is. It's Surya Namaskar, sun salutation. And Surya Namaskar is actually the word in Sanskrit, which is an ancient Indian language that yoga was first built upon. So I'll talk more about Sanskrit in a later video, but today we're just going to be breaking down Surya Namaskar, sun salutation, and going through it a couple times so you can feel the pattern and start to memorize it. Because it's a really amazing thing to do kind of mindlessly, and your body just starts to remember it, and then that's the way you can kind of invite the meditative quality into it, because you're not thinking about what pose to do next. It just kind of flows through. So we're going to be breaking it down, and hopefully by the end of this video you'll have a really good understanding of Surya Namaskar, because it's a really beautiful practice. So you can go ahead and find yourself in a comfortable seated position with your legs crossed. We can have one foot maybe in the crease of your stomach and your leg. We're just gonna do a little bit of warm up before we go into it, even though normally it's a warm up of its own. So we're going to take our arms out to the sides. Breathe in, invite the love of the universe into your lungs, and then exhale, cross one arm over the other and hug in. Breathe in, open arms, and exhale, other arm goes over. Inhale, kind of round your spine, and exhale, round your spine the other way. Inhale, and exhale. Inhale, feel the love of the universe. Exhale, hug yourself in. Inhale, love. Exhale, love on yourself. Inhale, and exhale. Inhale and exhale. Beautiful. Now we're just gonna roll our neck around. So rolling our neck to the front, and then the side, back, and the other side. Close your eyes and just feel how good it feels to roll your neck around. I love warming up our neck and noticing how every muscle feels, because the muscles in our neck are working so hard all day to hold our head up. And how often do we take the time to thank them? So this is how we can thank them. And go ahead and switch directions. Closing your eyes, just noticing how every muscle in your neck feels when you stretch it one way and then the other. Notice how they're connected to the muscles next to them, how they feel. Not judging if one is sore, one shoulder hurts, or one muscle connecting to your shoulder hurts or anything, just noticing. Beautiful. Now we're gonna go ahead and come into tabletop. So making sure that our shoulders are stacked above our elbows, above our wrists, and then our knees are under our hips. We're gonna do some cat-cow. So breathing in, looking up, and exhaling, rounding your spine, looking at your belly button. Inhaling up. Exhaling, feeling your spine round, look at your belly button. Inhale up. Exhale, round. Inhale up. Push your booty up, and exhale, round your spine. Inhale up, and exhale, round your spine. Now we're going to invite a little bit of a forward motion, so we're going to take our knees back about 6 inches, and inhale, come up to an upward dog, and exhale, send our hips back into a child's pose. Inhale, coming up, maybe lifting our knees up off the mat, and exhale, plant the knees, send the hips back, child's pose. Inhale, coming up to upward dog. Breathing in, exhale, sending your hips back. Speeding up a little bit, inhale and exhale. Inhale, exhale. Maybe playing with what your spine can do, so maybe coming up like more of a wave motion. And exhaling back. Inhaling and exhaling. And exhaling, beautiful. Now we're just gonna do a little twisty motion that I love to do. So taking one side of your hip to the mat and then the other side. Now this isn't really important, like if you feel like you're doing the wrong form, because I kind of just made this up one day because it feels really good on my spine. You're warming up the fluid in your spinal cavity, which is called synovial fluid. Getting it ready for everything that you want to do. So if something else feels better to you, like maybe, I don't know, doing like this kind of motion, you can do it. Just anything that feels good that warms up the spine. All right, beautiful. Now we're going to go ahead and start in our practice of Surya Namaskar. So from now on, what we're doing is Surya Namaskar. So coming to standing. We're going to start in what's called in Sanskrit Tadasana. And also I'm going to break this sequence down, and then later I'm going to say all of the Sanskrit words for it. So in Tadasana, we're standing for you at the front of the mat here, but I'm going to face you so that I can show you. We want our big toes to be touching, but our ankles to be about an inch or two apart. And actually what you want to look at is, are my second toes parallel? If your second toes are parallel, you're in the right position. Knees are locked in, but not like completely locked. So just standing strong. Quads are engaged, tailbone is tucked, shoulder blades rolled back, and then palms are facing forward. So this is a very strong pose. It's mountain pose, Tadasana. So face is relaxed and we're standing at the top of our mat like this. Always remember when you're coming to the top of your mat, you want your second toes to be parallel together. So I'm going to go ahead and come over here. We're going to inhale, bend our knees, and swoop our arms up to the top, meeting in Anjali Mudra, prayer hands. Exhale, we're gonna come through the middle, slice down, and come all the way down to a forward fold, Uttanasana. So here, I want you to bend your knees if you're not warmed up. And that's more important than doing this and kind of arching our back. We want our ribs to be touching our knees. So bend your knees as much as you need to for that. This is Uttanasana. We can go ahead and grab our elbows and kind of swing here to warm up a little bit more. Extending one leg and then the other by bending one knee and then the other, just kind of feeling through this. This isn't technically part of Surya Namaskar. Okay, we're going to place our fingertips on the mat and look up halfway. So this is straightening my spine out and straightening my legs out. So just looking up halfway, Ardha Uttanasana, and then exhale, back down, folding forward, Uttanasana. Inhaling, we're gonna place our palms on the mat and step back into a high plank. Then we're going to bend our elbows, keeping them tucked in towards our chest. And then this is Chaturanga Dandasana. And then inhale to upward dog. So I'm just rolling over my toes and my knees are not touching the mat. Inhaling here and then rolling over our toes, exhaling to downward dog. So once again, we're in upward dog here, and we don't have to move our feet at all to get into downward dog. We just tuck our toes and kind of roll over our toes. Here in downward dog, the most important thing is that our spines are extended. So we're not, it doesn't matter if our heels are on the ground. Like, this is not correct. We want to be in the feet position that was upward dog. And just extending through our spine. Roll your shoulder blades away from each other. So if you can imagine your shoulder blades, if they're pinched in towards your neck, roll them out away from each other and extend your spine. Breathing deeply here. Then bending our knees, we're gonna walk our feet slowly up to the top of the mat. Later we'll step or jump, but for now, just fold back into Uttanasana. And then all the way back up, Ardha Hastasana, meeting our hands, and then coming through the center, back to Tadasana, hands facing forward, palms facing forward. Our front toes are touching and our heels are 1 inch or 2 apart, so we're back in Tadasana. So we're gonna go through that again. Inhale, arms up, Ardha Hastasana. Exhale, forward fold, bending your knees, Uttanasana. Inhale, fingertips touch the mat, straighten your spine, look up. Exhale, plant your hands, step back to high plank, bend your elbows, Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhale, upward dog. Exhale, downward dog. Maybe pedaling your feet out here, being mindful of your shoulder blades rolling away from each other. Breathing deeply, feeling the stretch through your hamstrings. Inhale, bending your knees and stepping or jumping to the front of the mat lightly between your hands, looking up halfway and straightening the spine, and then exhaling, folding all the way through. Inhaling, coming all the way up, hands are overhead, and exhale, fold through center into Tadasana. Beautiful. One more time. Inhale, Ardha Hastasana. Exhale, through center, Uttanasana. Inhale, look up, Ardha Uttanasana. Exhale, plant your hands, step back, Chaturanga, bend your elbows. Inhale, look up, upward dog. Exhale, downward dog, fold over your toes. Stretching through your hamstrings here. Feeling the strength of your shoulders. This is a beautiful pose to hold because it's an inversion, which means our head is below our heart. Your heart goes against gravity to get blood to your head throughout the day. So any pose you do where your head is below your heart isn't having to work too hard to get blood to your brain. Most of your blood goes to your brain, so it's really beautiful to be in positions like this because your heart is just like, oh, thank you. Bending your knees, you can look up and step or jump to the front of the mat. Coming into Ardha Uttanasana, halfway looking up, and then exhaling, Uttanasana, forward fold. Inhaling all the way up, hands meet overhead, and exhaling through heart center. So the words I'm saying that sound all funny, like Uttanasana and things like that, that's Sanskrit, which once again I'll explain more about Sanskrit in a later video. We're going to run through that one more time and I'm gonna quit talking so much. So inhale, Ardha Hastasana. Exhale through center, forward fold, Uttanasana. Inhale, look up, Ardha Uttanasana, straight spine. Exhale, plant hands, step or jump back, bend elbows, Chaturanga. Inhale, look up. Exhale, downward dog, Adho Mukha Svanasana. Couple breaths here. Inhale, bend the knees, look up. Ardha Uttanasana, straight spine. Exhale, Uttanasana. Inhale all the way up. Hands meet overhead, Ardha Hastasana. Exhale through center, Tadasana. Inhale, Ardha Hastasana. Exhale, Uttanasana. Inhale, Ardha Uttanasana, look up. Exhale, plant hands, jump back, elbows bent, Chaturanga. Inhale, Ardha Mukha Svanasana. Exhale, Adho Mukha Svanasana. Feeling through this. Lifting your left leg, Tripada Adho Mukha Svanasana, 3-legged dog. Feeling through your right hamstring. And then lift your hips as wide as they can go, lifting your left leg as wide as it can. Then setting it back down. Doing the same with the right leg, lifting it up, and then seeing how wide your hips can go. Keeping strong in your shoulders, keeping squared. Putting it down. Bending our knees, looking up, front of the mat, Ardha Uttanasana, straight spine. Exhaling, Uttanasana, forward fold. Inhaling all the way up, Ardha Hastasana, and exhaling through Tadasana. One last time, we're just gonna do the whole thing. It's gonna feel really good. Inhale, arms up, Ardha Uttanasana. Inhale, Ardha Hastasana. Exhale through center, Uttanasana. Inhale, Ardha Uttanasana. Exhale, Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhale, Ardha Mukha Svanasana. Exhale, Ardha Mukha Svanasana. Close your eyes here. Very powerful pose. Inhale, bend your knees, look up, float to the front of the mat, Ardha. Looking up, straight spine. Exhale, Uttanasana, forward fold. Inhale, arms all the way up, Ardha Hastasana. Exhale through center, Tadasana. Standing with your eyes closed at the front of the mat, just feel the energy that you have cultivated. This sequence is very powerful. You can feel it energetically. Beautiful. Go ahead and bring your arms up one last time in Anjali Mudra, prayer hands, and then through center. Keeping your hands at your heart center, Anahata Chakra. Closing your eyes. Feeling the energy that you've cultivated. Coming to seated. This was Surya Namaskar. I hope you feel beautiful as you are. You can come to cross legs again, and we're just going to say Namaste, which is the Sanskrit word for my soul sees your soul. It means my soul sees you perfectly, exactly as you are, a perfect being. Namaste.